One of the things that I think I'm pretty much one of the only people to talk about are 6309 movements, the quality of their build in the two different types, the SUA and the non-SUA. As far as I know, I'm pretty much the only person to talk about this stuff. Not that that's either here or there. It's just one of those things, and I keep seeing consistent indicators about this, about the difference in the quality of the builds. SUA, the early ones, were the first generation 6309s, and they tend to be more collectible, or at least they used to be. People used to look for them more. And they used to speak sort of dismissively about non-SUA ones. SUA ones were made at the factory in Japan, the SUA factory. And in 1981, mid-late 1981, like summer 1981, summer, late fall, all the production was moved to the new factory outside of Japan. Now, I have found, and I've seen this repeatedly, non-SUA later movements tend to give better numbers. And there's also this sort of dovetails in with another thing saying that Seikos generally run at lower amplitudes, which can certainly be true. Seikos were built a little looser, and they were designed to sort of run longer and not necessarily be a forever kind of movement. But this right here, the reason I'm showing you this is a non-SUA. It's a very, very late non-SUA movement, and I just finished rebuilding it. I just dropped the balance in on it, and it's running in. And let's look at the numbers. I haven't adjusted it or done anything to it. I finished cleaning it, finished assembling it, and dropped the balance on. So I haven't done anything. It's at full power, and it's just running in. So we can see this is a late SUA, and I always talk about how the non-SUA movements, not late SUA, how the non-SUA movements give better numbers. This is a great example of that. This watch, I am still not quite sure what to think about this watch, the watch that it came out of. It had a couple of interesting things. This movement is so late that it has an indicator that, for me, says this movement might even be a very late replacement movement, because its plastic pieces are green. Most of the time, 99% of the time with a 6309, all of the spacers and plastic parts in it are going to be this sort of gray color. This is the keeper that goes underneath the oscillating winding mechanism. This one, it's green. It's all green. And I've seen this before. Like, say, an example, there was a batch of new old stock replacement movements that came to light about 2 or 3 years ago. And they were new old stock movements in movement holders like you would buy replacement movements in. And they all had this green. And I wonder if this was something that Seiko came up with to sort of indicate that they were replacement movements, not stock ones put in. But I'm not sure. But in any case, I just thought it was fun to talk about what a 6309 movement can do in terms of numbers. I mean, it doesn't even have a winding push on it yet. Look at that. So in any case, if you find a non-SUA 6309, chances are it's got a pretty decent movement under the hood. Look at the numbers climb. Isn't that nice? All right, I'm pretty happy. Anyway, don't ever turn your nose up at a non-SUA 6309, because it'll do good work for you.